I hope you had a great break, but now we are on again and we have a lot of exciting companies left, and we're going to start out with Startup Tools, and I'm very happy to be joined by Hannes Rosén, the co-founder and CEO of Startup Tools. So please tell us more about what you do and what open positions that you have on your side. So take it away, Hannes.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Lovely to be here. Great to have had a chance to look in at all the other sessions, not all of them, but many of them. I'm super excited to be here and to tell you guys Startup Tools, what we do, why we do it, and in particular, why you guys should join us doing it. So we strive really hard for a future where the actual running of any company just works. And what I mean by that is that business builders today, they spend way too much time trying to work out how to do boring, important things. And with boring important, I mean option programs, share issues, shareholders agreements, all of those things, or many of those things, which are incremental, they're important to the company. They're in the middle of the company, and they are fundamental to get it right and to succeed. But it's not the main focus of any entrepreneur. Nobody likes doing it. People are not super excited about it, but it still needs to happen. We worked on this for a while now, and we figured out that there's three portions of it that makes it work really well. One of them is knowledge. We try to teach people what they don't know that they need to know and how to do it to make them more capable as entrepreneurs and business builders. We work strongly with standardization. We have pushed out thousands of shareholders agreements, term sheets, subscription agreements, and a bunch of other things, which avoid unnecessary negotiations. It levels the playing field in the market. It makes things so much easier for entrepreneurs when they're trying to raise rounds and when they're trying to do a bunch of the things that they have to do in addition to actually building their business and driving things forward. We've also built a platform, and this platform actually helps with execution of many of these things, and that is the product that we are recruiting for today. And we want to provide a solution to the actual doing of these things that are so important for companies and so important for success. So the platform that we have strives to connect the dots in the corporate actions or the core of how to run your company as a startup. It's built around having a share registry. You can do a board portal where you do board meetings and shareholders meetings and all those things. The share registry, of course, answers the question, who owns the company and to what proportions? You're legally obliged to have one. All companies must have one. And it makes it, of course, a lot easier if you have a good one. We have investment, so you can do share issues, you can issue equity, you can do all those things end to end right in the platform, and you can do option programs. So you can do qualified employee stock options. Many of you who are here have maybe had an option program at the company where you worked. They have to be built somewhere. They have to come from somewhere. We are a supplier that can build them for the companies. And it turns out that trying to understand for entrepreneurs how these things interconnect is not super intuitive, but in the building of a platform and connecting them, it makes a whole lot of sense. So when you're doing an option program, it's a lot easier if you also already can see who are the owners of the company, and we can source that data into the option program, which makes it really, really fast and simple to build it. As a company, we are early stage. That means that we are, in this case, 3 people. We haven't come further than that, but we are seeing traction and progress. We are bootstrapped, so we don't have any external investors. We're building this the old school way, and we're building it ourselves. And we are at this stage profitable, which means that we've now come to a point where we can start hiring and drive things forward. We're not, as I've seen many companies here doing, hiring generally. We are not a huge company that's trying to recruit as many people as possible. We are a very small company growing and trying to hire very specifically. So we're open for 3 roles now, which means that we will double the company. So we're doing sales or CSM, and we've looked open for a developer, preferably full stack forward leaning or front end leaning. And what I mean with sales and CSM is that we're looking for somebody who can help come in and start working the leads that we have, working with the 1,600 plus companies that are working in our free module, talk to them, see if we can upgrade them to paid users, and the thousands and thousands of people that we have coming in, downloading our agreements and kind of working with them to see if they want to become paid clients and paid customers. We are hybrid and remote welcome. So we're currently divided. You can see I'm working from home. We don't currently have an office, but we're looking at getting one in January. In that case, it'll be in Stockholm, but you're free to work from wherever you want. It's not that's not the most important for us. With this said, also everyone at this stage are somewhat generalists. It's a big portion of working for us or working for any company at this stage is also helping building the company and pushing things forward. If we look at how things are going, to give you an idea on the scale of what we've achieved so far and where we're heading, our free initiative, which is where you can download a lot of free templates, free agreements. I'm sure many people recognize them. We have more than 20,000 downloads so far. We're live in Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, and Iceland. And companies that you have heard of have definitely used our agreement. So we have, Voi, Sauna Labs, Volvental, a bunch of cool companies that have started using our agreements and then grown away with it. If you look on the platform side, which is the product, we're currently live in Sweden. We launched it under the Startup Tools brand earlier this year, and we've seen good traction. We've issued more than 400 option programs since the beginning of the platform. It just takes 15 minutes to piece it together and get it out there, which we can see is a huge benefit for a lot of the entrepreneurs trying to use our platform. More than 30 million euros has been raised using the platform in 2022. It's a lot of money that companies have done end to end in our platform to support their companies and their growth going forward. And we have more than 150 paying clients. We're growing pretty fast, which is also why we need help on the customer side. I need help with sales and I need help with customer support, guys. The most important and potentially only question that really matters is, what do our clients say? And we've been humbled and overwhelmed by the support that we've received from all the people that we've talked to and the people that download our materials, the users of the platform, and all those things. You guys really help us out a lot if you are listening right now, but also it's so much fun to work with a product where you get to call people and you talk to them and they're excited that you're calling them, not like, oh no, it's somebody who's trying to sell me something, but they're happy to talk to somebody from Startup Tools because we've helped them before. And we front load so much value to them that they like it. That's really all I had. I just want to throw in a few more words on joining an early stage company. As I mentioned, we are very early stage. We are bootstrapped, and that really means that working for us means you come to the very core of the company. We're not going to be the biggest and the best, not yet at least, but we will be very, very clear, and you will get to be a part of building something great. Thank you, guys.
All right. So if you want to be a part of a journey in an early stage, Startup Tools is an alternative that you can look into. If you want to talk more to Hannes or his colleagues, you should head over to the booth area and check out Startup Tools there. And thank you so much, Hannes, for being a part of this, and great having you in the SaaS community here. So see you again, and we will start the next session.
I'll be in the booth.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
So meet him in the booth, and a new session will start in a minute.
And here we go again. This time, I have the pleasure to welcome Emil Sjödin, the CEO and co-founder of Refined, another company here in the tropical parts of the Nordics. Right. So welcome, Emil. Take us away. Tell us why Refined is a great company and why they should join working with you.
All right. Thank you. So my name is Emil. I'm CEO and co-founder of Refined. First, I want to mention I'm very excited to be here. This is a great initiative. So thank you, Daniel and Thomas, for organizing it. Today, I'm going to give you an intro to Refined, what we do, and also how it is to work at Refined. But before we go into that, I want to show you what kind of positions we have out. So we are currently looking for one head of partnerships, a UX designer, a backend and infrastructure engineer, head of customer success, and head of support. All right. So Refined is a site builder that turns Confluence and Jira into custom intranets, documentation sites, and support desks, no coding required. So you don't build websites with Refined. It's more business purpose sites. But to really understand Refined, we need to start with Atlassian. So Atlassian is an Australian software company. They are 8,000 people and have around 200,000 companies using their product. So their main product is Jira. It's a project and issue tracking tool. And they also have a product called Confluence, which is a document collaboration tool. Both these products are supported with Refined. So you can connect Refined to Jira or Confluence or both. Can also mention Trello and Bitbucket is also products of Atlassian's. All right. Jira is a powerful tool. It's built for the power users. So the PMs, developers, testers, support agents. So people working daily inside these tools. You can configure Jira to do almost everything. What Refine does is that we add a layer on top of Jira and Confluence. So you can get your content and functionality out to more people for more purposes. So with Refine, you can build, let's see if I can, oh, sorry, a little too fast here. Here we go. So with Refine, you can build custom built sites where you design both visually, but also the UX with the end user in mind. So Refined helps companies to do more with their Atlassian content and reach more people for more purposes. So today, Refined have more than 4,500 companies around the world using Refined. And these companies are currently exactly from 100 countries. So we're very happy that we reached that milestone. For example, Airbnb is using Refined to create internal HR and IT sites serving all their employees around the world. And we have Apple. They have created more than 50 internal knowledge base sites based out of Confluence, serving different departments within Apple. And finally, I always want to mention NASA. They are doing internal documentation based out of Confluence using Refined. So there is, all in all, around 1 million end users interacting with the Refined sites on a monthly basis. So we have a lot of interesting tech and product challenges here. And it's also, this number is growing. So it's just going to be more exciting in the future to serve the 10 million end users monthly. And also with the 4,500 companies that we have today, there is plenty of operational and go-to-market challenges that we gonna need help with also growing the company forward. So as Daniel mentioned, we are founded here in Malmö. And it's done by me and my co-founder, Jimmy. And one thing that is a little bit special with Refined is that we are bootstrapped. So nowadays in the startup scene, it's very rare to hear that you actually grow a company without any VC or angel money. So what we have done is that we have grown the company from 0 to 10 million of ARR, I should say, without any salespeople. So with Atlassian Marketplace, there is a really strong go-to-market channel. So basically the product is selling itself. So it's a true product-led growth play. We are growing with 40% year over year organically for the last 5 years in average. And we have been profitable since 2010. Me and my co-founder are still the majority owners. So we did take in a growth partner earlier this year as a minority investor. So we wanted to get more experience into the company to help us take us to the next level. But me and my co-founder, we are still here for the long run and the majority owners. Right now, we are 44 people. We are a pretty diverse team. So we have 12 different nationalities, and we have an office here in Malmö and in Helsinki. But we are also remote friendly. We have people in the US, Portugal, and also Brazil. One thing that we think is really important here at Refined is company events or company rituals. So especially now post-COVID, we have one company event we call Company Week, and it's actually happening 3 weeks per year. And that's where we meet up all employees at Refined at one single location. So we learn from each other, we do team working, and also a couple of hackathons, and mostly important, we do celebration. So that's been part of the company from the start. As I mentioned earlier, we have been growing organically. It's meaning that all the money that we get in we need to get it in to pay the salary. So when we land new customers and do bigger sales, we want to celebrate, or when we reach different milestones. So celebration have always been key at Refined. One thing that we joined Atlassian early on was Pledge 1%. So this is where we have committed to give at least 1% of our profit away to different charities and organizations, non-profit. And for the last 10 years, we have been doing this for these organizations mentioned here, and we usually include our employees to help and pick these organizations. All right. So one thing that I'm very proud of with Refined is that we have a high employee retention rate. And I have to say, this is one of the key things that have made our success, is that we got the talent to stay at Refined for the long term. Nowadays, for the last couple of years, we spent a lot of time into our recruitment process and developed a structured process that removes as much of the bias as we can. We want to find the talent that match our knowledge-driven and friendly culture that's are here for the long run. So basically, we provide an environment where you can grow and learn without making too much sacrifices on your own life. And yeah, in a nutshell, you provide us your good work and ambition, and we, in return, we give you a fun, knowledge-driven and environment with a global reach that is dynamic to your life. Now we are running a little bit out of time. But if that sounds fun, we have these position out. You find them on the SaaSiest Job listing. And I'm down there, Daniel.
Excellent. And Emil, where would people be able to get hold of you and your hiring managers besides SaaSiest Jobs? I know you guys are hanging out in the booth. Is there anywhere else we need to point them to get hold of you guys?
I think it's a good, we're going to be in the booth now for the next hour, and then the SaaSiestJob.com, go there, find the listings, and then you can get to our Team Tailor page from there. So that's a good start.
Awesome. And I love how you guys are contributing to a better world here. Much appreciated. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we're going to jump into the next session now. Take care.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to introduce to you another SaaS company here. We will meet Papirfly, and Max will be the one that is presenting for us. So Max, why don't you tell us more about Papirfly and the opportunities there are if someone wants to come and work for you. So take it away, Max.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everyone, and thank you, Thomas. Really happy to be here today and present Papirfly to all of you. We'll jump right in, given the time frame of the presentation. So Very nice to meet you all. My name is Max Ichvonen. I'm the Chief Growth Officer of Paperfly. So I work with everything connected to growth, both our organic growth and our inorganic growth. And of course, an important aspect of being able to grow is to be able to actually find the right people and talent that can help us along our journey. With me today, I have three amazing colleagues as well. They're all available to you in the virtual booth after the presentation and throughout the afternoon. So we have Carl William, who's our HR and talent manager, and then we have Morten and Jakob, who are managing directors for Norway and Sweden, respectively. So looking forward to meet all of you and happy to present. So let's quickly jump into the core of our business, and that is this statement. Strong brands generate 31% more revenue compared to the average company. So what does that mean? It basically means that one recipe to be a really large company is to start building brand awareness and recognition. And recognition leads to sales, recognition leads to, top of mind. Brand recognition is an extremely important aspect for many companies. And it is in this space that we're acting in as well. Another example that I actually found on LinkedIn just a few days ago is this one here. And I think it shows quite well that branding is more than just the name, right? Branding is about, the colors that you use, the fonts that you use, the associations that you make to your design of your brand. So branding is much more than just the name on your email. And I think the biggest brands and companies in the world have realized that. So what do? We've created a SaaS solution that helps companies work smarter with their brand management. So very shortly, we do two things. We help companies improve their brand equity. So ensuring that, anything that is produced by the company that has the brand on it is actually in compliance with brand guidelines and the right tone of voice and so on. And we also help them create that content much faster than they were able to use before. So it's about, whether you have a marketing campaign, an employer branding campaign, you want to produce social media ads, big bus signs, whatever it is, we make sure that you can produce it fast and according to your brand guidelines. I think it's sometimes better to just show rather than tell. So here's an example from one of our major customers, which is BMW North America, and how they use our solution. So the sound works.
Your brand is ready for the big wide world. Time spent crafting, thousands of hours spent perfecting, sleepless nights spent stressing, and the second it's out of sight, it's out of control. Sound familiar? Teams aren't communicating. Work is duplicating. Designs are inconsistent. Updates are non-existent. Your brand is being diluted. The good news? It all stops here. You don't need more budget, more skills in your team, more agencies on the books, or more time to meet deadlines. All you need is BAM, Brand Activation Management. Because having a home for your brand is simply not enough anymore. You need to activate your brand in that home. You need to create value, and you need to ensure consistency across all channels. Work with powerful self-service tools to collect, tag, and organize assets like marketing materials, images, documents, audio, and video. Easy navigation combined with powerful search makes finding content a breeze. Build flexible templates and define what can and must be adapted. Intelligent resizing and rules secure brand consistency across any channel, like web ads, printed material, digital signage, email, and landing pages on any device. Build an interactive brand book with up-to-date information and assets. Link dynamic marketing plans to keep everyone aligned. Store digital assets, creation tools, and branded content in one single platform, and take your brand to market. A wide variety of customers across the globe use our solution to control their brand in a multi-channel marketing environment that is constantly growing in complexity. Paperfly Group gives brands total freedom to create their own marketing materials and empower teams across the globe to deliver more than they ever thought possible. Brand Activation Management. We empower your brand.
All right. Hope that worked for everyone. I think the main takeaway here, and this is something that we're very proud of, is that, you know, as a Nordic company, we're able to have many of the world's best known brands in our customer portfolio, and we're continuing to expand that. So just last month we added Pepsi company into the fold, and that I think that just shows that, you know, our solution holds value, and that companies that use our tool are able to really leverage that value and really elevate their brand moving forward. So something we're proud of when we hope to continue build upon moving forward. So now that you've seen a little bit of what we do, like to take a little glance at our company and the structure we're working in. So we'd like to say that we're an international company with a Scandinavian heritage. We were established in our current form in 2021 as part of a merger of two Norwegian companies that both had their roots from the early 2000s. So as a company, we've existed for over 20 years, but in its current form since 2021. We're headquartered in Oslo, where I'm located, but we also have offices in the UK and Stockholm, the US, Germany, the Czech Republic, and Denmark, of which the Norwegian, the London, and the Stockholm office are the largest offices. Today we have around 750 customers, and over 1 million users use our platform every day across 100 different countries. And I think, you know, needless to say, that is only possible if you have a cloud-based, modular, scalable platform that we, of course, continuously develop. But in its current form, it's very powerful already. For those of you who got like the numbers, today we have a turnover of around 275 million NOK. Our net retention rate is something that we're very proud of. So land and expand is core to our philosophy. We want to grow with our customers, and we've been able to grow around 10% each year on our existing customer base, which has been pretty cool. And the ones who do it for us are our 230 fantastic employees. And of course, we'd like to add to that fold. So speaking on the employees, I think, you know, one of the most important things that we try to work with is our values. They're really the core to our business. You know, we can have KPIs, we can have OKRs, we can have all these performance measurement tools. But in the end, we know that if we, you know, are accountable, if we're passionate, if we're innovative in our everyday life, the results will come for itself. So we really try to build the infrastructure around these values through value ambassador awards, programs, things like that, to really foster our 3 core values in our organization. So what can we offer as a company? Well, one is a dynamic and product-driven scale-up journey that you can be part of. Number 2 is, you know, career path and professional development opportunities. As we grow, the opportunities will grow as well. International opportunities. You saw already that we're in many different locations, and those might not be the last ones that we're expanding to. So several of our colleagues have already taken the opportunity to either travel from the Nordics or actually relocate as well. So those international opportunities are open as well. And then, of course, fun and collegiality are super important to us. So we know working in 8 different locations, you know, it's important that we create those social settings that people can meet and that we can engage with each other and really create that positive company culture that is core to our success. And then just quickly what we're looking for, you know, we're looking for talent generally, but in the Nordics, right now we're looking for sales representatives, actually. So that's a core need for us at the moment. And also customer success is another one. If you have, you know, looking for everyone, of course, that has relevant engagement and experience, but B2B enterprise SaaS, if you have any or experience from marketing, corporate branding, employer branding, departments or agencies, that's super relevant for us as well. So please be in contact. Where can you be in contact? Careers.paperfly.com. It's the easiest way. Of course, we're on LinkedIn. You can see the job postings there. You can connect with us whether there is a job or not. So please just do, or meet us in the virtual booth that we'll be manning just after this presentation. So with that, I'll wrap up. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope to get to know you guys better soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Max. Don't miss the opportunity to speak to him and his colleagues. And of course, they are also posting their jobs at SaaSiest Jobs. So thank you, and
Thank you.
see you around.
Cheers.